Way by zero. So this is a LOXJIE D30 DAC amp combo on my desk. I'm making this up as I go because Weird Al is an inspiration of fucking up lyrics. Maybe. Okay, so LOXJIE is a brand you've heard. They made the pyramid things. Remember the pyramid thing? Yeah. You remember the pyramid thing. Everyone remembers the pyramid thing. Well, this is their more sensical design that they're going with. A slightly tapered side. It's not perfectly straight. It's a little bit like a brick of gold. Like just... My God, give me the goddamn rag. Every goddamn time. Does it have a screen? Did Zeos look at it? Put fingerprints on it. Great. My fucking eyes can produce fingerprints. This is a front screen, 1/4-inch outputting, volume control, digitaling, rear power 110ing with giant power on-off switch here. USB having, coaxial accepting, fiber optic taking, RCA outputting, Bluetooth having, DAC amp combo. And I'm trying to think right now, like at this very fucking moment, what the cheapest one of these is. With a remote. Oh, by the way, it has a remote. So, okay. Let's have a little fun game. My favorite DAC amp combo to recommend is the IFI Zen DAC. It's like 130 bucks. I don't think this beats that in absolute pure sound quality. That's balanced, number one. The case, this is a metal case, but it's still not as nice as the IFI. But the IFI is only USB in, and it has an output, RCA output that is switchable between pre and fixed, I think. But you have to use like a converter to get the balance out of it. So it's like it costs you extra money, blah, 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 blah. This is a little simpler in that you plug the main power into it. It has full-on fuck you 110 into it. You have control of the on-off with an actual just holding the volume button down. Volume off, then on. It says LOXJIE. It's called the D30, which is confusing because there's so many things with 30s. There's the E30, then there's the A30, which is the other LOXJIE thing I'm going to do. Then there's the P30, right? That's the topping amp. Is it the P30 or is it another A30? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Fucking stop. Please stop. So this, having the benefit of a remote control, doesn't have balance, but you've got Bluetooth, you've got fiber optic, you've got coaxial, you've got USB. So that's 4 inputs. RCA outputs. I'm using the topping A90 here to test the output of the RCAs to see if it's quality. And it's decent. It's decent. Like we're under $200 here for this unit. So I'm not expecting to compete and beat a D90. It's not a D90. It just has to be good enough. It has to compete with like the Magni Modi stack. It has to compete with an Atom DAC. And I think we're right around that level. It's just a little bit more convenient because it's packaged like this. Remote control has power, display, mute, up, down, left, right, enter, EQ, input, mode, level up, level down, volume up, volume down. Now, that bothered me when I did the unboxing of these. Which, by the way, it's January. Hi, how you doing? I know it's January 21st because the only place that fucking has this is goddamn Amazon. And it says, to be released January 21st. It's fucking November the 3rd or 4th. November the 4th? It's November the fucking 4th. Why did they send this to me a month ago to have it not be released until January? So this is, I'm not even here anymore. If this is public, you don't even know where I am. The patrons have had this video for months. Hi, patrons. I love you guys. People on Subscribestar, how you doing? So the remotes are identical for the A and P90. I'm sorry, the D and A90. Not 90, 30. It's not important. It's not important. And the point is that this one uses the level and that one uses the volume, so we can have one remote for both. It's going to be great because I'm hooking that up next. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're currently in pre-out mode. We hit display. Display literally just turns off the display. If you want it to just be black, if you're one of those people who sits alone in your room at night, you put on Pink Floyd's The Wall, all the blinds are closed, all your computer's LEDs are covered with blue tack, and you just want to have no light, boom, you have no light. Great. Mute, you could guess what mute does. It turns that red, and it says little no audio sign. Great, fantastic. Does exactly what I expect. You can access the menu either through this center button. How do I get back, actually? I don't know how back works. I guess, yeah, okay, that works. So either you press this once to access the menu, or you hit the center button there. And your choices are input, output, filter, pre-mode, color, Bluetooth clear, and dimmer. What's our dimmer set at? It's always on or auto off. So it doesn't actually dim. It's just a setting of what you want the back screen to do. So I'm going to leave it always on because we're doing a review. Bluetooth clear I don't have to do because I only hooked up one thing to it to test the Bluetooth. Bluetooth sounds fine. Color, I currently have it on white. There's all sorts of other ones. Yellow, blue, cyan. It was on purple by default. Let's see what cyan looks like. It's not bad. So actually it might have been cyan by default. I don't remember now. Input is Bluetooth, USB, coaxial, optical. Yeah, I think you figured that out. Output is either line out or headphone. Now, it sucks that it's buried in the menu because if you do have this hooked up to speakers, because you could take these RCAs and hook them up to powered monitors, or you could take these RCAs and hook them up to a speaker amp. I'm trying to think of a speaker amp. DA8S takes balance, but it doesn't matter. You can still use DA8S. It's like my go-to topping PA3, SMSL, DA8S speaker amps, and you want to switch from using your headphones out of this to that. If you don't have the remote, which has the mode button, which you have to hit twice for some reason. So pretend those are speakers. So pressing mode twice switches between headphones and speakers or speakers and headphones. If you don't use the remote, you got to go button press, output, up, enter. And then it works. Not the biggest problem in the world. All right, back to this. Filter, which is the standard shit. Sharp, slow, short, sharp, short, slow, super slow, LD short. Let's do LD short because I don't know what that means. I can't hear a difference anyway. Pre-mode. Now, here's where it gets sort of interesting. You have on, which it is currently, like you can adjust the volume of the output so it can limit what this is receiving or what speakers are getting. And then you have off fixed, which is fine. It means it's a fixed output. So if in the case like this, or you have another amplifier with another volume knob, you fix this and control here. However, there is another off. I'm glad it remembers where I was, by the way, in the menu. It's called off DSD. So I think since that works without DSD audio playing, because we're going through optical and DSD doesn't trust over optical, I think this might be doing up conversion to DSD to output through the DAC. And I've tried to listen, but I think just because I'm doing 44.1 stuff over optical and, you know, I'm using the best amplifier on the planet fucking Earth, but, you know, these are not the best headphones on the planet Earth. I mean, they're fucking close. But as far as linearity and actually be able to detect if a DSD ups conversion is doing something, I don't think I would take Civica Phoenix. Foo Fighters is terribly recorded, but you know what? Next Year is a great song. Great. Demonetized already. Oh, I'm trying to lower it here, and that's not going to work. Got to lower it here. So now I have it outputting DSD to that, even though it's not DSD. The only other output settings are, yeah, we went through it all. Dimmer, Bluetooth, color, pre-mode, filter, output, input. The end. I like simplicity. And that's just enough stuff that no one's going to get confused about how to run this unit. The outputting DSD thing is just like the only thing that actually stands out. The only other quirks I have, I mean, input is literally just a switch through the inputs. There's no, it doesn't open the menu. It's just optical, Bluetooth, USB, coaxial, optical. That's it. You hit the button. Mode, you got to press twice to initialize. Once you switch, though, you can switch back and forth instantly. So I kind of like that you can't accidentally. Like you hit it once. If you hit it once, nothing happens. You hit it once, you hit it twice, then you can go from headphones to speakers. It's like a miniature safety feature. And I believe it also, we're on fixed out, so it doesn't keep. But if I set the headphone out, I'm going to unplug the headphones. So currently the X3s are playing. The volume goes from 0 to 60. I'm going to set it to 60, and then I'm going to switch to the output of that. And then I'm going to switch back. and it automatically lowers it to 30. So that's a nice little safety feature too. It doesn't, they're still loud, but 60 would explode them. EQ isn't actually an EQ. EQ is just a filter setting. So the filter settings are buried in there: short, sharp, low dispersion, sharp, low. That's what LD means. That's just selectable through the EQ button. And then you get level and volume. And level does the actual, either volume of your headphones, or you'd probably more likely be doing headphone volume here. And then if you were to switch it out to pre-out, which is not a setting on the remote, you have to dig through the menu. You have to go into the menu. You gotta go to output. No, not output. You gotta go to pre-mode. You gotta go variable. Then you gotta go, I'm gonna go back. You hit left to go back. So now level adjusts what's currently playing, the headphones. So we hit mode twice. Now it's RCAs. Now this output controls that. What is playing? Perfect. So now I can lower the volume of that, just like its spare speakers. And it should be the same exact thing. If I jack this up to the maximum and we switch mode. So now that's headphones at 30. And then mode. No, it remembers the line out, so be careful with that. So if you raise your volume to maximum on the line out, it will not reset it to 30 like it does with headphones. I guess that's okay, because that's sort of like assuming if you're blasting it, you turned it off and it was blasting. So that's it. That's this unit. This is not... I had to like touch on quality a little bit, where I still think like a dedicated, like the IFI Zendak, I think balanced out sounds better than this. This is simply the most convenient way to do a headphone out, DAC out on your desk with a remote control. The end. This is it. This is it. You could get this for your living room. You could throw this under your television. You'd have absolutely no problems with an optical in from your TV. TV usually has a HDMI ins all around. You throw an optical cable down to this. You then have two RCA cables. You could run those to a power amp or to powered monitors. Atom T5Vs are probably something I'd look at if you're going for actual monitors, studio monitors that have fixed volume controls. Boom, unfix your volume controls. So yeah, that's it. I don't want to stretch this any longer than it has to be. Like it's not an exciting unit. This is not one of those units that's like, I can't believe what it's done to my whole brain. This is a fully 100% Zeos approved unit. Move on. Add it to the list. LOXJIE D30. Of course, added in January. So God knows what's going to happen between all of November, all of December, and most of January. Something else might come along, and then this video comes out, and I'm not mentioning that thing because this video was recorded in fucking November. So yes, but I guess this would sort of replace the topping. This is competing with the topping DX7. No, DX3. Because the MX3 is a head. That's a head. There's the MX3 that's basically this. There's a topping MX3, which is a headphone outing speaker amp, and then there's the D30, which is the D. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow for a different review. That's probably not this one, because I don't know if I'll back-to-back them. Although if they both come out the same day, why not? Welcome to a time travel episode of Z Reviews. That wallpaper, cute as hell. Crop it out, put it on your phone. Patreon and Subscribestar, if those still exist in the future of 2021. Don't forget to check those out. They're going to see this review way early. They've had it for months, and they don't know what to do with it because they can't buy this fucking thing. But yeah, they support for $5 a month. They get to see these reviews early, participate in the yard sales, and ask me any questions they want on platform. If you want to check out Hi-Fi Guides, is a buying guide. This will probably end up on there. I can't add it now because you can't buy it. Zeos in the future, remember on January 21st, 2021 to add this to Hi-Fi Guides because it absolutely belongs on someone's desk. Like if you're just like, oh, I need this, I need the remote, I need the easy to use, I need a nice screen, RCA outputs, done, simple, fucking done. And the forums, the Hi-Fi Guide forums. That's that. Now I'm gonna move to this, which looks exactly the same as this, except instead of a D, it's an A, and instead of outputs, it's other outputs, and then it's got a big old power brick. We're moving on. Thank you for stopping by. This is Z Reviews, filming in 2020 for release next year.